All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're opening up a case file on something that trips up pretty much every developer at some point: data type conversion in JavaScript. You know, when your code just starts acting weird with no obvious reason why? Well, today, we're going to hunt down the culprit. And trust me, that is not an exaggeration. It's a huge source of bugs and headaches. But hey, don't worry, we're going to tackle this together. Think of us as detectives, following the clues, and by the end of this, we are going to crack this case wide open. Okay, so let's open the case. Every investigation has to start somewhere, and ours begins with a really simple question. Why can't we just trust the data we're working with? Well, the first clue is all about where that data actually comes from. So check this out. On the left, when you write something like let's score equals 33, you know exactly what you're getting. It's a number. Simple. But on the right, when you get data from somewhere else, say a user fills out a form or you get it from an API, that guarantee just vanishes. What looks like a number might actually be the string 33. And that, my friends, is where the trouble starts. This leads us right into our first deep dive, investigation number 1, the number conversion. What we're going to do is take a bunch of different pieces of evidence, these different data types, and see what happens when we force them to become a number using JavaScript's number function. Let's start with an easy one, a real open and shut case. We take the string 33. It's just digits, nothing weird. And just like you'd hope, JavaScript converts it perfectly into the number 33. No surprises here. This is exactly what we want to happen. Okay, but hold on. A new piece of evidence just showed up. What about the string 33ABC? I mean, it starts with numbers, but then it's got letters. Can JavaScript really turn this into a proper number? Let's dig a little deeper. So here's our first real test. We've tried to convert 33ABC into a number. Common sense says this should fail, right? But what does JavaScript's own type of operator say the data type is? The answer is, well, it's a bit of a curveball. And bam, here is the first major plot twist. JavaScript actually reports that the data type is number. Now, how is that possible? This seems totally wrong. How can 33ABC possibly result in something that's officially a number? This is where the mystery really gets interesting. So, if the type is number, but the value obviously isn't a number we can use, what is it? This little contradiction is where JavaScript introduces a very special and very famous suspect into our case. And here it is. The value is nan, which stands for not a number. And this is one of JavaScript's most famous quirks. The whole purpose of nan is to tell you that a value is not a valid number. But, and this is the crazy part, its own data type is still number. It's a paradox, and understanding it is absolutely key to this whole investigation. Okay, moving on. Let's look at our next piece of evidence. What happens if we try to convert null into a number? You know, null is supposed to mean the intentional absence of a value, so what could it possibly become? And we get another totally unexpected result. JavaScript converts null into the number 0. Now, think about that for a second. This can cause some seriously sneaky bugs. If you're checking for a missing value, but you get a 0 instead, your whole program's logic could go haywire. So let's update our case file with what we've found. The string 33ABC becomes nan. The value null becomes 0. Undefined, just for the record, also becomes nan. And a boolean value, like true, it actually becomes the number 1. These rules might seem weird, but they're the rules of the game in JavaScript. All right, let's open our second investigation file, the truthy and falsy case. Now we're looking at how JavaScript decides if something is basically true or false, even if it's not a real Boolean. This is super important for how things like if statements work. So what happens when we try to force different kinds of values to be a Boolean? For example, what about the number 1? Or what about a totally empty string? See, in JavaScript, every single value has an inner truthiness to it, and we need to know what that is. And here are the results from the lab. The number 1 converts to true, so we call it a truthy value. The number 0, however, converts to false. That makes it falsy. Any string that has something in it, like Hitesh, is truthy, but a completely empty string, double quotes, is falsy. Knowing which is going to save you a lot of headaches. Okay, let's move on to our final clue in this investigation. String conversion. And honestly, after all that confusing stuff with numbers and booleans, you'll be happy to hear this part of the case is refreshingly simple. Thankfully, this one works exactly like you'd think it should. You take a number, like 33, you pass it to the string function, you check its type, and, surprise, surprise, the result is string. It just works. No tricks, no weirdness. It's reliable. And here's the key takeaway. Even though it still looks like the number 33 on your screen, its whole identity has changed under the hood. It's not a number you can do math with anymore. It's now a string, just a sequence of characters. And that fundamental change is the whole reason we do conversions in the first place. And just like that, we've gathered all the evidence, we've followed every lead. It's time to officially close this case and go over our final notes, boiling everything down to the most important things you need to remember. So here it is, the final report. A mixed string like 33ABC becomes nan. But remember, its type is still number. The value null becomes 0, which is just wild. An empty string is falsy, but any string with content is truthy. And the single biggest takeaway from this whole investigation, after you convert something, always check the actual value, not just the type. That's how you'll avoid getting tricked by things like nan or 0. And with that, the JavaScript conversion case is officially closed. Now that you know these tricky rules, you're so much better equipped to write solid, predictable code. So I'll leave you with this thought. Now that we've cracked this case together, what other JavaScript mystery should we put under the microscope next time? Keep digging and stay curious.